Hi guys, this is Erratic Max from the Erratic Gaming Group, and I'm here to review Persona 4 Arena. This is just going to be a solo review with just me, Erratic Max, reviewing this great game. For those of you who don't know, Persona 4 is part of the Shin Megami Tensei Persona series, which started out in Japan by a gaming company called Atlus. This is a cult hit RPG series because it became very, very popular in Japan, rivaling even the great Final Fantasy series itself. The game's story revolves around a group of teenagers who gain the power of Persona, which is the ability to summon the demons, deities, and gods within themselves, who represent their hidden side or their other side, which they hide from society or are repressing within themselves. Now, if any of this is starting to sound vague or summarized, that's because it is a spoiler-free review. Because Persona 4 Arena takes place after Persona 4, so for those of you who want a better understanding of the story, it will probably be best to check out the Persona 4 game on the PS2. It's a great game, great RPG. Those of you who want to try it will probably get a better understanding of the story in Persona 4 Arena, because the story in Persona 4 Arena takes place several months after Persona 4 had ended. So, with that out of the way, let's get this review started. Onto the functions of this game. It has a tutorial lesson mode, a story mode, an arcade mode like most fighters, a score attack mode to beat the score, a training mode where you can practice against dummy opponents with your combos, challenge modes where you can tackle the various challenges of the game, a versus mode to fight your friends offline, a network mode where you can go online to fight others, the PlayStation Store where you can buy DLC, and the theater to watch replays of your online fights. As for the roster of this game, you have about 13 characters to choose from, all of which are unlocked automatically when you start the game, so there's no need to do anything to unlock any of them in versus mode. All of these characters are unique in their own way and have their own unique abilities and their own unique personas to help them in battle, so no character will feel the same. As with any other fighting game, you can also change the color palettes of each character with color presets. To add even more customization, you can also change the individual colors of each character, and also their respective personas. The game has a multitude of areas to choose from, all of which can be chosen manually or randomly. Everyone also has their own musical themes, which also can be chosen manually or randomly. One of my personal favorite things about this game is the intense grindhouse TV effects it has when you start any match. For those of you not accommodated to the fighting game genre, don't worry, there's an auto combo system where if you tap the square button over and over again, the game will start an automatic combo for you. Unique to this game alone, there are several unique actions called the evasive action. The dodge roll, which lets you move forward a short distance and dodge projectiles. The hop, which lets you jump a short distance towards your enemy. And the evasive turn in mid-air. All of which help you maneuver around the battlefield. To present a danger to randomly spamming persona attacks, if you are attacked or if your persona is attacked when you are summoning it, you will get persona broken after 4 hits. When you are persona broken, you can't do combos with your persona or summon them or burst, which leaves you in danger. Here are the controls for the game. Square lets you do a weak attack, which is fast. X is a medium attack. Triangle is a persona attack. And circle is a heavy persona attack. Combining these all together can net you some pretty flashy and satisfying combos in the end. What makes this game stand out from other games is that it has a very deep story mode, deeper than any other fighting game out there so far. The game's story mode is presented in a visual novel fashion, so you can expect a lot of text to be on the screen. Some of you may be turned off by this, but for those of you who take the time to actually look into the story for this game, you'll find it to be very rewarding, as the story is written by the pen of the Atlas team itself, and they are brilliant story writers.
I am delighted to make your acquaintance.
The game's story mode is split into 12 chapters, one for each character in the game. Every character's story is told through their perspective, so in the end, once you play them all, you'll be able to see it from every perspective and get the full detail and picture by the end of the story.
The Midnight Channel might be back again.
The story revolves around the old gang from Persona 4, 1 month after the game had finished. The old main character from Persona 4 is returning to their tiny little town, and they're planning a surprise party for him, only to be disturbed by the fact that the Midnight Channel, which is the TV world where a series of murders were involved in, has returned, even though the Persona 4 team thought they had solved it in Persona 4. Things get only stranger when they look upon the Midnight Channel at midnight and view that it has returned, but now it's also showing themselves in a fighting tournament. Even stranger, their old friend, Teddy, who is a denizen of the TV world, it turns out to be the host of this new fighting tournament show, and is actually inviting them to join in the tournament by showing them on the TV, albeit with twisted personalities of themselves.
Will be fought. The battle begins tonight.
Confused by what they had just seen, the investigation team decided to get together once more and re-enter the TV world to investigate. Of course, this won't be all that you do. In challenge mode, there's a total of 390 challenges to tackle, 30 for each character. Each challenge does a sufficient job of teaching you the combos for each character, while being challenging enough to keep you on your toes at the same time. As for the online network mode, you'll find that the interface and menu here are as slick and cool as they are in the main menu. You have the choice to go to ranked matches, which are competitive matches where you go one-on-one with other characters in order to increase your rank on the leaderboard, or player matches, which are friendly games in 1 to 8 man lobbies where you can fight with other players without fear of losing rank. After finishing a match online, you can choose to resave the replay of that battle and watch it later in the theater. As another added bonus to this game, you can change the voice language from Japanese to English and vice versa at any time. You can also do the same to the text of the game. During gameplay, the game runs very smoothly. The 2D animation is fluid, the art is gorgeous, and the moves themselves are very flashy. And while you can just normally rely on the auto combo system to help you out during the game, taking the time to learn these combos manually is not only satisfying to watch, but also awesome to perform. While some may discredit this game for its simplistic controls, veterans of the fighting game genre will find a lot to do here, as they will appreciate the game for its simplistic feel yet deep gameplay, as will beginners of the genre. This is to be expected of Axis Games and Atlas working together to make this game, as they have created one gem of a game. As far as I know, this game has been the first venture for RPG games to be turned into a fighting game. And so far, from what I've played, it's a success. With beautiful art, fluid gameplay, flowing animation, and a great story mode that beats every other fighting game's story mode, I give this game a 9 out of 10, with my only nitpick being that there's not much else to do other than the modes I've mentioned. A great game that you guys should pick up.